What is going on, guys? My name is Forge here on this channel, Mr. Supply Drops. Today, I wanted to make a video talking about the zombies HUD when it comes to Black Ops 6. Yes, this has been something that everyone is talking about, and you might think, if you're not really in agreement with this, you might be one of those people that think, who actually cares that much? It is just a HUD. It's just some 2D images on the screen. And honestly, I would just say the exact same thing back to you as a counter argument. It is just a 2D image, so why is it so difficult in order to get it to actually look decent? Because it's not that it's bad necessarily, it's the fact that it looks too much like Warzone, like multiplayer, like campaign, like every other mode that isn't zombies. That is the main problem with this. And for people who think it doesn't matter, I'm glad you think that way, because I doubt they'll actually do anything about it. But let's assume that they do, and that would be the best case scenario, that they do something about it, or maybe they add it as a HUD option that we can use down the road. Something like that. Or maybe this is just unfinished. They're not finished the HUD and they showed it off too early for whatever reason. Maybe they just, I don't know, they wanted to show it off at COD Next because of all the big leaks that happened. They wanted more to show when it comes to Call of Duty Next. Probably not. I feel like they would have to prepare for something as big as a Call of Duty Next event months in advance or something. But either way, point is, the HUD is a very important thing, alright? So this is a HUD that I saw. I don't exactly know where it is. I have to reverse Google image it, but I just came across it. It looks absolutely perfect. Exactly what I would like to see from a brand new HUD for Black Ops 6. That's exactly the type of thing that I would like to see. I don't know where it came from, like I said, but man, whoever made this should be working at Treyarch, because they are actually doing something. Because this is perfect, in my opinion. I love being able to see your character icon. I'm sure they could do that with the operators. I'm sure they could. And honestly, it would actually benefit the game, because you could actually know who is playing which operator if they had different icons like that. Sure, it would take maybe a little bit of effort, but I'm sure actually they could just even literally have the icons that they have in the operator select screen. There's icons there. Just put them into a little box at the bottom left, and that's it. That's really all you need to do. But they're not even doing this, man. This is like the bare minimum, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure these people wouldn't even mind if they just used this concept art in the actual game. Honestly, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who don't mind. There's a lot of people who make these custom HUDs. They'll probably do it for free. I mean, I would do it for free. That's how I know, because I just want this game to be good. That's all I want at the end of the day, is the game to be good, to look good, so that I can go back and play it eventually. Now, I know there are problems with this game already. Like, it already looked very, very easy, like just like Cold War, which is a massive concern. But based off of a lot of leaks, there are leaks right now that there could be a classic mode, which is something I've been advocating for a couple months now. I've wanted that for a very long time. A classic mode where maybe you spawn in with a pistol. I think the rarity system would have to be there. I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like that'd be a big change if you didn't have that. Bring back the original point system, make it a lot more challenging. No ammo boxes around the map. You have to rely on a max ammo, for an example. I think the armor system would have to be there, but I don't know. I think just starting out with a pistol and then also bringing back the old point system would be far more than enough for me personally. I'm going to go back and just look at a couple of the HUDs from older Call of Duty games, and then we're going to compare it to Cold War and Black Ops 6, the two games that nobody complained about in Cold War, but, well, that's not true. People did complain about it, but by the time we saw it, it was kind of too late. The game had already came out at that point. Now, though, there's still some time for them to do something about it, all right? Also, this is the second game that it's happening, and the second game that it's actually, no, sorry, not even, the second Treyarch game, but we did see something very similar with Modern Warfare Zombies, which is the most recent Call of Duty game. Now, for me, that's fine on Modern Warfare Zombies, because it's basically trying to be Warzone Zombies. It's trying to be a completely different game mode, but with round-based zombies, I have different expectations. There's just something about round-based zombies that should be set to a higher quality standard, in my personal opinion. It can't just be copy-paste Warzone mechanics and then the Warzone HUD. We're not even going to make a unique HUD, but anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's look at some of the older games and see how their HUDs differentiate from the current game. Basically, all right, this is Black Ops 1. This is absolutely fantastic. I understand it has to be a little bit more advanced right now because there is more stuff to it, but just based off of this looks really good. It looks clean. The ammo count disappears when you're not shooting and you have to press Y or triangle or whatever you use to switch your weapons in order to then make it appear again. I think that it just adds to that zombies atmosphere, the very minimalistic HUD. The minimalistic HUD is the best way to do it. And anybody, hold on real quick before I go on with this, anybody who says just you have the option to turn it off, why am I going to turn off vital features that the game is providing me to have? Other than the minimap, I'm going to turn that off because I really don't need that. But I'm just saying, other than that, I can't turn off the main HUD that shows me my ammo, that shows me my armor. I need the armor system in the game. It's a vital part of the gameplay. So why would I turn that off? People are saying you can turn that off if you don't like it. No, you can't. Even if you can, it's stupid. Why would you do that? I'm not playing hardcore mode here. I want to play Call of Duty Zombies, all right? I want to still see things that affect my gameplay. I want to see that, but I also don't need to see it in this specific way, all right? It looks very much like Warzone because it's literally the exact same HUD as Modern Warfare Zombies, pretty much, for the most part, other than like the ammo counter. Obviously, that looks more like Black Ops 6, but it also just looks like multiplayer at that point. But anyways, I'm going to go through these a little quicker now here. Black Ops 2 also looks very, very clean. I do like the look of this as well. This looks a lot more what would be available to use in a modern setting because, of course, they had more things in that game like buildables and stuff like that. So if they had any sort of stuff like that when it comes to Black Ops 6, who knows at this point with these maps? I don't know. Maybe it's more like Cold War where there's barely anything, or the items you do pick up just glow and they're so easy, and I hope it's not like that. But anyways, we're not going to get into the negative of that. I'm just saying these are my criticisms of this. I think the HUD would vastly improve this game visually. I think that is the biggest issue with this game, in my personal opinion. There's a lot of big issues, right? A lot of things like no starting weapon or whatever. I can get past all of this stuff right now. The HUD is the biggest thing right now. I know that might sound stupid, but I don't care. It's completely changing the entire look of the game and making me feel like I'm playing a multiplayer map with zombies on it. It just looks like I'm playing Onslaught from Black Ops Cold War, or actually just looks like I'm playing Black Ops Cold War, which is the exact same thing. Every map on that game just felt like I was playing either on a campaign map or a multiplayer map. There's just no difference. But anyways, in Black Ops 3, this also looked pretty goddamn great. Not my favorite, personally. I see a lot of people saying they love it. Honestly, this could work too, because there's gobblegums in this game. So, honestly, something like this could work just as well. And then Black Ops 4, this is where we started going downhill. But at least, at the very least, even though this looks pretty bad, at least it's a unique HUD to what zombies is. At least you know when you're playing this, you see this HUD, you are playing zombies. You're not seeing this in multiplayer, you're not seeing this in Blackout, because there's no campaign in that game, but you're not seeing that anywhere else, only in zombies. That's all I need. But these things do matter, okay? The HUD matters, the main menu matters, which, by the way, real quick, I keep going in between this and going off the rails, but I'm just gonna say this. I mean, if this is, I hope this is unfinished. I hope the main menu here is unfinished, because even Modern Warfare Zombies, the game that everyone loves to crap on, for whatever reason, it's actually a really good game. It's not round-based, sure, it might not be for everyone, but it's actually a really good game, even if it was pretty rushed for what it is, only being on the Warzone map. But anyways, I made a whole video talking about that already, but the point is, regardless of your opinions on that, even the menu looks at least somewhat zombified. Like, I mean, look at this. The zombie hands banging on the window. It reminds me of Black Ops 1 zombies when you see the zombie version of Hudson. That might be a spoiler, but you know what? I do not care. That game is almost 15 years old at this point, all right? If you haven't played the campaign of Black Ops 1 by now, you probably never will. But anyways, yeah, the zombie version of Hudson banging on the glass, and it's just... that's what it reminds me of, playing Modern Warfare Zombies here, and every time I go to Ready Up and I see that. It looks really cool, zombified, that's what we need. But then looking at Black Ops 6, it's just the exact same thing as multiplayer, so I do hope this is unfinished. There's a very good chance. I mean, they don't usually show zombies footage like this early, so we can't really compare it to previous games to see if other games like that had their menus just unfinished or whatever, and maybe it could be the exact same situation, and then when the game does come out, it's entirely different. I don't know. We have to see, I guess, but either way, it's been 4 years. I don't understand why this wouldn't be finished. Why is this not a priority? Actually making the game look unique between the different modes. I don't know why that's not a priority. It really should be, in my opinion. But anyways, then we look at Cold War, and let's be real. This is just Warzone's HUD, well, with some perk icons and a round counter slapped on it. Other than that, what is there to zombies like about this? Absolutely nothing. And if we look at Black Ops 6, it's the exact same thing, pretty much. If anything, it looks even more Warzone-ified, just because it's the exact same thing as Modern Warfare Zombies, which literally takes place on the Warzone map. So, I don't know, man. Point is, at the end of the day, we just need a zombie-specific HUD in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I personally find that we have the Warzone HUD kind of unacceptable, because this is just, it's ugly, man. I mean, it's fine in Warzone. It looks completely fine, but it's ugly in Zombies. And I'll tell you why, because it just looks like any other mode. It looks generic, and I don't like that look whatsoever. And at this point, I do believe that this is on purpose. This is on purpose. Activision is pushing these developers to do this in order to unify all these different modes, to get Warzone players to go into Zombies or whatever. But I can promise you, the gameplay is enough for them to go into Zombies if they weren't. They don't need the HUD. They don't need the HUD to look like that. And even if so, just give me the optional HUD. Just give me the optional HUD. It doesn't even have to be like the default HUD. Just put this zombie-specific HUD available as an option. They already have a legacy HUD thing. Make this the legacy HUD. Instead of just moving around the different icons and then getting rid of the mini-map or whatever, just bring this out, all right? This specific image right here, this is when you use the mangler item that they have, the weapon or whatever you could use. This right here looks like the start of what they could possibly use for this HUD. But I don't know. I just don't think this is the case. I feel like they would have said something about it, but maybe not. Maybe there's some sort of marketing strategy to not point out the fact that the game isn't finished. I don't know. Either way, though, I just want to see this HUD in the game one day. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think that the HUD absolutely matters so much, or do you think that the community is overreacting? I would personally disagree, as you can probably tell by this entire video. And I would personally say you need to get higher standards for the games we spend $70 on. But you know what? That's you, man. We all have our opinions. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you do hear any like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.